to do bubble tricks, you have to learn how to blow the bubble and how to hold it. Okay? You have two methods that you can use. First method, all you have to do is buy a bubble jar of juice or jar of bubble juice. I particularly prefer Wonder Bubbles bubble juice because that happens to last the longest for me. Other people like different brands. Now, one of the things that you do is first you purse your lips and blow a steady stream. And you blow that through the wand like this. And to hold the bubble, what you do is when you're blowing through it, you turn it just like this. Let me show you that again, but a little bit slower. Okay? Watch, I will show you again. I blow it, and watch my wrist as I turn it to close the hole off. Like that. That allows you to hold the bubble. Now, there are also on the market some things that you can use that are made specifically for that. This right here is called a bubble trumpet. And that is available in some of your toy stores. Now this right here, you blow a little bit bigger bubbles, allows you to do more of the bigger bubble tricks with this trumpet. And here's how you use this one. You dip it in, get a bubble film, blow. After you get your desired size, you kind of break it off, pull it away, and catch it, just like this. That is the first step in learning to do bubble tricks. Okay? After you've learned how to do that, then you go on to doing bubbles inside of a bubble. Bubbles inside of a bubble looks very difficult, but actually it's easy. There are two ways that you can do it. One is with a straw, one's without a straw. I'm going to use the bubble trumpet at this time to blow my bubbles because of the reasons I stated before. It holds the bigger bubbles better. Now, if you keep in mind that nothing wet pops a bubble, then you're in business. Watch. Now, if you want to blow bubbles inside of a bubble, you go to a McDonald's or someplace and get yourself a plastic straw. Okay? Make sure your straw is wet. If you look real careful, you'll see that the straw, wet, will not pop the bubble. Put bubbles inside of a bubble with a straw, dip it in, and blow. There are bubbles inside of a bubble. Very easy to do. Okay? The other way of doing it without the straw, and this is why Wonder Bubbles juice is so good, because you can do this so well with it. Okay? Is this way. Blow your bubble. Catch it. And then what you do is you get your mouth real close, about this far from the bubble, and go. Sometimes that happens. If that happens in a performance, you just say, hey, that was my pop a bubble. That's right, I pop a bubble every once in a while. And you do that to cover yourself. Then you go back and do it again. Blow the bubble, break away, catch it. Now, that was my invisible bubble. And you go on and you try it again. Sometimes you might pop 2 or 3 times, but watch the bubble inside of a bubble. Short, quick bursts. See? Bubbles inside of a bubble. Now, some people will blow too long, like, watch what happens when I blow too long when I am trying to put bubbles in a bubble. It blows the bubble off. You have to remember one thing when you're doing it without a straw. Short and quick. One last time for the bubbles in a bubble. There. Short, quick. Whoops, not too quick. If that happens, do it again. See? Short, ooh, and quick. Okay? Now, the next trick I would like to show you is called a mama bubble. Now remember that nothing wet will pop a bubble. In fact, just to demonstrate that, I'd like to show you something. You can blow a bubble like this. Get your finger wet. Dip your finger in. A little messy. What will happen is nothing pops it. You can wiggle it around like that. And then when it hits a dry part on your hand, it pops like that. Okay? But for the mama bubble, you're using a bubble trumpet and a straw again. Blow a bubble like you did for bubbles inside of a bubble. Make sure that your straw is wet. Okay? Go like this. Then what you do is you take the straw like this. Remember, nothing wet pops a bubble. Dry does. Here we go. Nothing wet pops a bubble. Stick the wet straw inside. Put it so it's about a little bit from the inside wall and give it short, quick burst through the straw. And you'll get little baby bubbles breaking off from mama bubble. Of course, if the bubble pops, what you can say then is say, well, before we have mama bubble, we have to have papa bubble. Wait a few seconds, get a couple laughs, okay? Let me demonstrate the mama bubble again, okay? A little bit bigger than grapefruit size bubble. Insert wet straw, short, quick burst. Very pleasing to watch. Okay? Earlier in the video I said I was going to demonstrate a bubble trampoline. Okay? Using this wand. Now you don't have to necessarily use a wand like this, but this is easier for demonstration purposes. You can use a bubble string wand that I mentioned earlier. What you do is you get yourself this, a wand like this and this. Dip this in your homemade solution. And remember, what you will have is you will have something for the bubbles to bounce on. Dip this into your store-bought solution. Blow a bunch of them. Get it under a bubble and just bounce them off. Let me demonstrate that again. Dip. Get the trampoline ready. Get it underneath and just bounce the bubbles off. And it's a bubble trampoline. Pleasing to watch again. Okay?